Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, Mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pits pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life. I'm going to undo all she's done. And next time, I'll hold on to the things I cherish, just a bit tighter. That's strange. I feel drained by this place.
So many places I wanted to visit with you. The downtrodden, the poor and forgotten, mudlarks, beggars, and orphans. Who speaks for them? Would this place be any different had I not passed from the world?
Could that be Stilton?
We'll be getting started soon. The Duke's beloved is coming back.
The Duke is paying the Howlers to drop food for Stilton.
We were hunting, but the deer had faces.
Why do so many have so little?
Something is wrong here. Even the air feels off.
How did I get so old? Where are the men of my younger days? The dances
Stilton?
we had here.
3 years ago, something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion. Delilah's plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking. The Void is not exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house The void is leaking through a pinprick, left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here, and things don't work like they should. Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Wrong with my house? Where am... my guards, my servants. Am I alone in here? I'm never alone. Or I'm always alone.
By the void.
Your guests are waiting in the study. The Duke is demanding refreshments, and I can't get in without the combination.
There's a note on the door, Captain Winterborn.
What? He's out back. I need the code to the study.
It's in his notebook, ma'am, but he keeps it with him.
Thank you, Corporal. Speaking bluntly, I really don't like Stilton's guests. Earlier, I got my ass chewed out by the Royal Curator. What's her name?
You're talking about Brianna Ashworth, I believe.
Yes, that's her. She's an odd one. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Captain.
The only way out of here is through the present, using this timepiece. Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
Tide is leaking, coming out of the walls. It's ruining the carpet.
There's something else you should know. The center of the manor is off limits tonight. Everything around.
I think I just saw something.
Special about the center of the understand.
Tonight?
I'm going to call for help if you do. Ashworth made. It's on the ceiling. I hear it at night. Bones from the deep, far beneath the waves.
What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight?
Tonight, Tucabel and the others will drink my expensive whiskey and scheme. Jindosh will watch me like a cat with a half-chewed mouse.
What?
Ashworth will sneer about how conventional the rest of us are. My house. If they want to hold a seance, who am I to say it's nonsense? Whatever.
Please, I won't tell anyone I saw
I'll
you.
regret it. But afterward, Megan's coming by. Talking with her all sets me right.
Megan claims Stilton was a good man, at odds with the Duke.
Who opened this door? Maybe the wind or something.
You have to understand. I'm going to call
Swear if I have to listen to one more complaint, I'm just going to burst. I can't do anything for you. You'd better run. Whatever you need, I can't help you. Leave at once, or I'll call for
Someone right here!
I might be able to get around that, going back into the past. I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing.
hear anything. It'd be easier if we could open the door and get closer.
Whatever happens seems to be centered at some focal point.
I'll have a look over there.
Captain?
The Grand Guard was protecting Stilton back then.
Brianna Ashford gotten the Duke up to me. All this talk about oil is some rubbish.
How many more hours of this? If I had a timepiece, I'd know. I'm gonna guess, what, 3? Yeah, about 6.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight. By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how? By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how?
People don't hide their faces unless they're up to something.
Leave me alone! Guard! Someone! Help!
I wonder how much time I have before Mr. Stilton returns home. I want to beat out the rugs, but the dust makes him cough.
Too many years in the silver mines. But go ahead.
Who's running around?
Time to begin. Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
All of you, Delilah is your rightful empress. You owe her this.
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time. So take your positions. pulse on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the star. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
She lives.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait! You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The past is seeping into the present, or vice versa.
Is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait! You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know where you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand all I've seen.
By the star.
I'm always a first. Always. They don't gotta say it twice. Boots just don't fit right.
You in?
Hey, who is it? What's going on? She can't escape!
Not this time.
I think I heard something. That same nightmare.
Hey, aren't you working another excavation site?
I...
You're looking for trouble. You're gonna find it.
Go away. You've been warned.
He's made a dog's breakfast out of the whole thing. And who's got to clean it up? Me. Of course, as always.
This one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the roots only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Why'd they slow down Flow 4? Did Marco say?
Apparently the family committee made a request. Too much dust was pissing down.
Oh, at least Stilton listens to them. More than I can say for the Grand Guard.
Yeah, the Duke is rotten and it spreads out from there. But Airman Stilton is a good man.
I'll tell him you said that. He drinks at my brother's pub.
He knows we appreciate him. Karnaca has problems, but it could be a lot worse here in this district.
Playing dice tonight. You in?
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you? I've heard that Stilton agreed to a meeting with the woman heading up the family committee. What's her name again?
Lucia Pastor. Well, she's supposed to talk to Stilton soon about new safety rules for the mines. Fewer hours for the children working down there, too.
Why does Pastor care in the first place? She isn't one of us. Never seen her carrying a pick or a shovel.
There's a rumor that she was in love with a miner. Someone who died in an accident. They say his body's still under the mountain, buried in silver.
I think Lucia Pastor just has a good heart and a strong will.
Well, if Stilton listens to what she has to say, instead of following every idiotic request coming from the Grand Palace, I won't complain.
Stilton's not a bad man. I bet things would be a lot worse without him running the mines.
Maybe no one else will even notice, but things have changed here, for the better.
That's relief. Don't know what I hate to deserve that. Maybe I should have it looked at. I don't think it's supposed to fester like that.
It is like the Duke will keep taking, consuming, until someone puts an end to it. Will he?
You're back. That was quick. Sorry I couldn't take you to see Stilton myself. but I guess you found the place. Years back, Stilton was always quiet about the Duke. I never figured out just why. Lucky for the miners,
Remember what you saw
Aramis
here when
Stilton
you're
does
back
all
in
he
Dunwall,
can against the
Emily.
Duke's destructive ways.
My final lesson, perhaps. Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes, I paid a visit to Vice Overseer Byrne. At least I think I did. And I've been to Stilton's house. We can go. Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
Taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and I were close. It was my hope that Luca would eventually grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more representative and inclusive.
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca. A likable fellow, and quite humble. I've no idea where they found him, but the Duke's double has spent years passing for the Duke. I suppose Luca always hoped his double would be there to take an assassin's bullet. Take care. I hope to see you again.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful, here near the end of my time. Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month? I hear the Duke's wine cellar is exquisite, if you happen to pass through. I remember telling you stories at the Hound Pits pub so long ago. How you've changed.
Should we head toward the palace?
Ready.